How do you see chemical disarmament and what are the main problems?
The main challenge that the OPCW has ahead of it is the transition, natural transition that was foresaw by the Convention between an organization that was focused on destruction and non-proliferation to, in the future, an organization that has based its work on these two main pillars to concentrate on non-proliferation and possibly the expansion of its cooperation activities. That, I believe, is the main challenge for the organization and its members ahead. That transition might be more complex than what people think it would be. First of all, because we need to see whether the main possessors will meet the deadline, extended deadlines in the destruction programs or not. What to do if those deadlines are not met on time. Second point that I think is also very important is universality. If you see it in relative terms, this is a very successful organization with 187 state parties. Almost all members of the United Nations are members of the organization. And this is a major success given the short history of the organization. But out of the 7 state parties that are outside of the regime, some of those state parties are of serious concern for the international community because we believe that some of them have major chemical weapons arsenals, stockpiles, and therefore their coming into inside the regime is of the utmost importance if we really want a world free of chemical weapons. So that would be also a major challenge for the organization on the years ahead.
Can you visualize an image of worldwide chemical disarmament?
I certainly do. The OPCW is possibly the most successful disarmament organization there is. It has proven that it's possible for the international community to come together and agree on certain terms to first destroy the stockpiles and then set up a verification regime to prevent the legitimate chemical industry to move into activities that are not allowed by the Convention. And I think it sets an example for other areas of disarmament that have not been as successful as the area of chemical weapons. As a result of this very successful organization, very successful in getting us really close to full disarmament in terms of chemical weapons, the successful way in which the organization operates its very, very comprehensive and effective verification regime, I think we're in very good track to a world without chemical weapons.
What can others learn from your experiences in disarmament so that they can become more motivated?
Well, I think that the establishment of a convention with 3 pillars in which destruction, verification as a key element to non-proliferation, and cooperation as an appropriate balance, a necessary balance, a counterpart to non-proliferation, sets off a clear example of how things could work in other areas of disarmament. But of course, behind that regime, there was a compromise of major possessor states who were willing, for whatever reason, to come together with other possessor states and give up their stockpiles in exchange for the counterpart a willingness to do the same for the greater interests of a world free of mass destruction weapons. It is so successful in the substance, the OPCW, that maybe as a result of human nature, we tend to agree more easily within OPCW, among states parties, on the major issues, on the big picture, than on small things. My experience in the past years as representative of Mexico, and also as a chairperson of the Executive Council, that when we are faced with a major issue that has to do with the heart of the organization and the heart of the convention, it's easier for states parties to come together and reach an agreement than it is for small things, detailed, technical issues in which we can discuss endlessly. And I do hope that we can be more efficient, or as efficient and as come together in the same way that we do with the larger issues that belong to the heart. But I'm certainly encouraged, of course, by the fact that what is the essence of the convention, of the organization, all members are in full agreement, and there are no disagreements on the essential parts of the organization and the convention, only in small things. But these concurrence of political will be put to a test when we reach the extended deadlines in 2012 for the stockpiles for chemical weapons to be destroyed, particularly if the deadlines are not met. And the organization will be put to a test. States parties will have to come together and make sure that whatever we decide to do, in case this happens, that deadlines are not met, that the convention is not undermined.
Will your country cooperate if we do TV specials for the OPCW about chemical disarmament?
Of course, the Mexican government will be more than willing to cooperate to show the success of the national chemical industry, the success of Mexico being a state party to the convention, being one of those most committed to the convention and to the non-proliferation regime, which derives from an effective verification activities. But we will have to also to consult with the private industry, because the importance of showing to the community, international community, the effectiveness of the verification regime and the level of cooperation of the Mexican chemical industry.